This is Roots Down Regenerative AF Podcast. This is Jamie Rosenthal, your host.
Typically.
This is a podcast about uniting the urban spaces. How did I say it?
Yeah,
okay.
with nature.
With nature, community, bringing nature back to the cities right here. Roots Down, Unfiltered. I'm Liam.
I'm Tristan.
And I'm Jamie.
All right. So for today's podcast, we're going to switch things up. We're going to be interviewing Jamie. You go first.
Am I explaining? Okay, we're going to be interviewing Jamie.
Yeah.
I just hold it like this, right?
Yeah.
Smoking a blunt.
I mean, first, Jamie, I really want to know why Roots Down. What started this idea and what got you motivated to do it?
Well, a lot of reasons. I think like one of the reasons, and we talked off camera about this, but I think it's something that's really passionate to me, is that I wanted to create a movement all about climate action that isn't just the sorry Aunt Sally's out there and all the hippies out there, but it's not just the hippie movement. It's a movement for people, like everyday people, right? And I think it is necessary in our society where the general public, the 99.9% of us that are worried about climate change, are not given tools to fix our own shit at home. And we're browbeat and we're alienated and we're climate shamed by just trying to do the littlest things, you know? I want to create, like I'd mentioned before, I really want to create a movement that brings in art, that flips the script on culture and that changes the culture around. Like, we can have a really great sustainable party that has like EDM music, and to solve climate change, it doesn't have to be like a bunch of spiritual people like throwing like incense around and patchouli around. Like, no hating on that. I'm just saying that's such a small sect of people that I just think that we're not really reaching the people we need to be reaching, the people that are, you know, consuming and buying products, and the people that are climate conscious that just need a space. And I want Roots Down to be that space.
So how do we get an invite to the sustainable party?
How do you get an invite? Well, it's not going to be a paper invite because we're trying to be sustainable. I don't know. So like, I mean, hit us up. We'll send you the invite. Is this a party that needs to happen?
Maybe.
We should plug the party.
We should plug the party.
There you go. We are having a party. So 26th of April, celebrating Earth Day, we're going to be partnering with Ponce City Market and Jamestown Properties and really hosting a Regenerative AF party. And this will be the first of many. So if you guys like that sort of thing, like, come out, check it out. If you're regenerative curious, then we'll make you big fans of what we're doing. That's how you get the invite. So check it out on our website, on Ponce City Market's website, and we'll make sure you get an invite to this party. But really, truly, I think like let's speak on like the holistic, like how does anyone get an invite to this party? Yeah, I think that this party needs to be one that you don't have to get an invite to. Mm-hmm. You know, that I think that we just know that we always have a seat at the table. And I think that we need to bridge the gap and demystify this shit and let people know that this is happening in our own backyards. Like, climate change is happening in our own backyards. And we as people, the power of people, we could really move the needle so hard. And I just have been so fucking inspired, and I hate to talk politics. I don't hate to talk politics. No fucking lying here. Been so inspired by Bernie Sanders and AOC's movement and what they've been able to do. Just like that movement, that's what we needed. That's the coalition that I want to try to build around regenerative earth care, because it just needs to happen. Needs to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
gatekeeping, fuck that shit.
Yeah, everyone's invited to the sustainable party.
Yeah, you don't need an invite. Just come. Just wear
Yeah.
some fucking clothes.
No, this is your question, Liam. Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. So Jamie, you just got back from Paris.
Ooh la la, Paris.
And you've traveled a lot in the past few years, just in general.
More than I have in my whole life, just the last couple of years.
So, like, how can you compare regenerative earth care in the United States versus everywhere else you've been? Just like however that question means to you.
Oh man, so God, where do I even begin? It is, well, I'll first say it is embedded in their culture so differently, and everything. And Tristan, Liam and I, we all talked about this morning. It's a whole different culture change over there, and they are pulling from not just a couple hundred years of wisdom, but they're pulling from thousands of years of wisdom and years of like the abundance mindset. So like it's interesting. I find it like super interesting. The trees planted on the streets, like all the street trees were like figs and oranges.
Wow.
And like lavender, and bees were everywhere.
Wait, so they plant fruiting trees on the streets?
Yeah, so many.
And that's
I was like an idiot trying to jump up and grab oranges the whole and like everyone's looking at me like, what are you doing?
And people don't take them?
I'm sure they do because there's none available for us short people. I couldn't reach any of the branches. I tried. I promise I tried.
I've always heard like we don't do that here just because we're concerned about cleanup, or like why don't we do that?
Yeah, we just don't have policies. People are afraid of fruit trees. It's really weird.
What are we afraid of?
Well, we're afraid of a lot of things, but But no, I found it like it was just embedded. It's embedded in their culture. Everything's quiet. Like I noticed everything's quieter there. There's no heavy equipment and machinery being used. There's no loud horns. There's no loud machismo trucks and shit going on. I like it's just the culture is different. And I think that all really bleeds into how they tend and care for the earth. It's so much more reverence and respect. I loved it. It was huge juxtaposition though. It's funny, you mentioned, we went to Luxembourg Gardens in Paris, and the gardens there were like all like grass and a big castle in the background and and I was like, this shit made me kind of sick. It was kind of nice, but I kind of wanted to like it, I was so torn. But then we went right after that to Paris's Beltline. It's like a whole street, 3.8 miles of garden. And it's like the Paris Beltline. And it was in a neighborhood, very unassuming, but you get up to the top and it's gorgeous. So we went from that literally train ride to this beautiful like Paris Highline or Paris Beltline or whatever you want to call it. But it was gorgeous. I don't know. I think like in my travels, I've grown increasingly frustrated with how we're doing things here and realizing that it's just bullshit that we can't. Like if other people are doing it, why aren't we pulling from that ancient wisdom? Why aren't we pulling from other societies to make our society better? It's fucked.
You mentioned the machismo, but I wanted to get more into that. Like, what do you think our unique challenges are in the U.S. when it comes to putting these practices in place?
Dude, I think far too many white men are involved in earth care. I think if we had more women involved in this movement, then we would probably see a lot more care and reverence for things. I'll say that. I think
white men strike again.
White men strike again. God, I'm like 0 for 0. I don't know. Like I find like if you got a culture of men like coming by that are friends and kissing each other on the cheek, I find that actually really bleeds into their whole culture. I don't see that here. Like it's weird here to even give your dude friends a hug. If we can't love each other, how the fuck are we gonna ever love our planet? So I find that like just almost like insulting. Like it's just, we have no connection, you know?
No, straight men aren't even allowed to eat hot dogs anymore. The last time I checked.
They're not?
No, it's too
It's
gay.
too gay.
It's too gay to eat a hot dog?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Back on track. I'm curious, when's the last time you used a plastic straw, Jamie? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
I'll be honest, I hate straws so much.
Yeah.
So when I see one in my drink, I take it out. Not a fan of even the paper straws. I'm just like, our society, what the fuck? Why are we so worried about drinking shit out of straws? Like, take the damn straw out or,
True story.
you know, come up with something that's a little bit more innovative. Like, there's more innovation around creating a solution for the straw problem, which is so crazy in our society. Like, we tackle like all the climate issues. Like, we look at, you know, the thing that got like with the Visco girls that got really got a lot of trending things were the fucking straws, the plastic straws in turtles' noses, you know? Right? Yeah. But like, no, I hate straws. I hate them. Like, drink out of a straw, like, just disgusts me. Like, get the fucking straw, throw it away, you know?
Where do you think the movement's gone maybe too far? And that's kind of an example, I think, is that, you know, people really rallied against these plastic straws. They got them banned from every like fast food outfit. You couldn't find them for years, and then they just came back. You know what I mean? So it's like you go too far and then you just give up.
I think that's kind of planned in the grand scheme of things. I think that there's a lot of you know, a lot of consumerism dominates how we make changes and make decisions.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a lot to be said for that, right? I think that we are consistently through social media, we're just so browbeat by everything that I don't know. Like, I think we've gone too far on just about fucking everything. I think we need to really start to kind of think about how do we simplify, how do we use, like, I'm okay with technology. I love technology. I'm loving on my drone and my computer and my phone right next to me. But like, how can we use these tools to improve society and not erode society? And I think we've gone too far because we have just shamed the shit out of people and they don't want to be a part of this movement. I think that's how we've gone too far. I think their consumerism could be good. There could be good consumerism. There could be a new society that not a lot of people want to talk about because like we're too busy getting our shit from Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, which by the way, I want to make sure that people know I have boycotted Amazon to the nth degree. In the airport the other day, I was at JFK when we were coming home, and there was an Amazon store, and it was like 40 terminals. Like it felt like half a mile. Yeah. And I walked a half a mile out of my way to not shop at that Amazon store, even though they had all the snacks and all the things I wanted. Maybe that's just like, you know, theatrics or whatever.
But how difficult is it to boycott Amazon in this day and age?
You know what? I don't miss it.
Yeah.
Surprisingly easy.
Yeah.
I think we get into habits just like any other habit we have. I think but when people ask me like, oh, how easy is it for you to work out every day? I'm like, I couldn't imagine myself not working out every day. So I think like, yeah, we make these decisions and I think it's just good practices for us to start to kind of like put into our lives so we can like make these changes happen. So I don't know, like, I don't think it's as hard as our mind thinks it is. Yeah. We mind fuck ourselves all the time, and I think that's one of the issues. For real, like I really truly believe that. I really truly believe mind over matter. But yeah, I hate to be trite.
Okay. So, I mean, Tristan just asked like, where have we gone too far? Where do we need more momentum? Like obviously cities. So. And I know earlier you said, let's get the artists involved, etc. How do we get them involved? What do we do? What are we telling the people that aren't the hippies? How can they get involved?
Okay, so let's talk about why. So first,
Sorry if that was like
Question.
too many
It's
questions.
a lot of questions. But I want to say first city. So let's take a quick break to thank our sponsors. First and foremost, new sponsor and really good dear friends of mine, the Microlife Institute. I want to say thank you, Will Johnston. They're all about less space, more life. I just want to say thank you so much, Thomas Billups from Billups Homes. He is the real deal. Yes, builders are getting in the game. Fight for climate action. We will give all these links and let you guys get a hold of these people so you can see the great work that they do. Thank you, sponsors, for season 2. There's a lot of questions, but I want to say first cities and urban spaces, because that's where thought leadership is. That's where all, think about it in society, that's where all things, that's where the pyramids were built, that's where civilization was erected, that's where we created flight, where we created, ships. It's also where we've created a lot of bad shit, like war machines and other things. But I think that cities and urban spaces offer us a place for really good thought leadership. I think this is the prime place. It's not in rural. We're not going to figure shit out in rural America. Just not. It's not where the innovation is. Collectively, when we come together, we could be a fucking huge force for change. Like if we want to really truly regenerate, I think it's going to be a collective group of minds coming together to figure this shit out, right? To get us out of this mess. What was your other questions?
Just like, so the people in the cities.
The people.
What are we doing? Let's. How do we get the?
I don't know what the
people,
fuck you're
anybody?
doing. You tell me. How much time do you spend on TikTok?
I spend a lot of time on TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, I would say to everyone out there, first of all, look at your lives, think about what's important. And if things like biodiversity loss, species loss, soil loss, and those things keep you up at night, maybe you should stop doom scrolling about it and get out there and fucking do something. Like the revolution isn't going to happen from your bed. The ideas may happen from your bed, but I think that, join this movement. Listen, I'm not getting any younger, but I still have a lot of fight in me. And if someone like Bernie Sanders can get out on stage, who's fucking 80 years old, I can fucking do this for another 30 years. Easily, And I just think people have become complacent and they've been told no too many times. And I'm here to say yes. I'm your yes man. Let's fucking do this. Not no kumbaya shit, hold hands, but let's fucking do this.
I was watching Earthstorm on Netflix, and it just goes into tornadoes, hurricanes, all these things that are exponentially have been ramped up over the past 2 years because of climate change. So, and they were really highlighting that climate change is here now. We are in it. It's not something that's coming. It's not this thing that we're trying to prevent. We're in it now. So we need to combat and fight it. So what is something that people can do, some place they can go for knowledge? What are your tips on the everyday person getting involved to fight climate change?
Well, first of all, there aren't enough resources.
That's a problem.
And that's a problem. There's such a huge lack of education. We need to have a wealth of education. So I'm proposing that eventually, that's kind of where Roots Down will come in handy, is that we want to create toolkits. Like the regenerative urban toolkit.
Yeah.
And I have been working on this. I've got it piecemealed, crazy ass, Google Docs probably spread all over the internet. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But I do think that there are not a lot of resources. I will say though, to your point, so I pick on landscaping. You guys know I like that because it's $180 something billion industry. I'm repeating myself, kind of like Bernie Sanders does. So love you, Bernie. But I think that we need to not be afraid of getting involved in politics and changing policies. The landscapers that are doing the shit they're doing by spraying and mowing and blowing is really because of a policy issue. They're doing those practices because they're told to do it. Let's just flip the script on that shit, right?
Let's tell them something else.
Huh?
Let's tell them something else.
Yeah, let's tell them something else. Like, hey, we want more meadows. They'll figure it out. Money innovates. Like, they've got money. They'll figure it out when those contracts are there, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, write your commissioners, write CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson and say, Earth care is important to you because this planet is burning. And if we don't have solutions that we can see right in front of our faces, we're fucking doomed. We are doomed. Like, and it's just not just doomed as far as like doomed, like the planet's going to burn, because that's happening, but we're doomed as a civilization. I just think we've gotten so complacent. And, you know, like I feel like I'm watching idiocracy happen right in front of my fucking face.
Yeah.
That movie was so poignant.
You have hurricanes like washing away entire towns and people are like, dang.
Yeah,
like,
oh, whoopsie.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Nature is a force. Like, she's a force. And when she's done with us, she'll be done with us. You know, we just got to get in fucking line. We got to do what Mother Nature wants us to do. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope I answered your question.
I think so. I think the answer is that there's not enough resources out there. I like what you said about writing your commissioners. I think that like people, once you look at it at like a local level, you know, the people that you vote for, that you just check the box, that you don't even know, like get to know those people and reach out to them, and they are able to control the budgets that will make changes in your neighborhood. So
I say this all the time, and I like learning politics and working in politics at a county level and a city level has taught me so much. And the one thing I've really learned is that the best way you want to get shit done is be that squeaky wheel, because you will get the oil. It only takes a few of you. You don't have to amass 1,000 signatures. You get 3 calls to a commissioner's office, they're going to get shit done. Trust me. They want to help out their constituents, right? That's their job.
Yeah.
You say something, 3 times, that's going to be enough to like really move the wheel. Do you guys want to be in my podcast? Why? You're so cute.
Do you know them?
It's my kid and her best friend.
So if you learned anything, if you see a problem, don't just think about the problem, do something about it. Tell the people that can do something about it, or do something about it yourself, right?
Yeah, man, the power in local government and the local politics is for real. Y'all, like, if I could say anything, it is so for real. Like, you can say something to your commissioner. I really want to say, and I don't want to stroke any politician's ego, but working for Commissioner Ted Terry has been one of the best things of my life. That dude really cares about the state of our environment. He loves hearing constituents, and he will make decisions based on what the feedback loop that comes through his office. Like, working for Team D6 in DeKalb has been amazing. And if all politicians work like that, we would get shit done, bro. So hats off to you, Commissioner Terry.
Shout out. Awesome.
Anything you want to stump me? Want to ask a fun question?
Do you have anything?
I'm gonna think. Liam,
Oh wait, it's 12 o'clock and my child's supposed to be at school right now.
She's in the pool.
And she's in the pool.
Wait a second.
Kind of sounds like school. She's probably learning more. Yeah.
I can't think of any stumping questions.
No?
I feel like, the stuff that I wrote down was pretty much stuff that like...
Stumping questions? Name all 5 Planeteers from Captain Planet. It's Enviro, right?
I can't do it.
I can't do it either. I know the elements.
Wait, so are they all like men?
No.
Oh, they're all women and men?
Planeteers?
I don't know.
They're a mix.
They're mixed.
Yeah. But there's earth, fire, wind, water, heart.
Heart?
Yes. First of all, everyone bagged on heart. Heart was an important power, okay? It made people feel empathy towards the planet. We needed heart most of all.
Ooh, that's good.
I guess. But those made Captain Planet. That's all I got.
Huh.
I was a
Is
Planet.
Captain Planet hetero or not hetero?
He's, you know, I don't know.
Can't figure it out.
Captain Planet was probably a little gay. I'm gonna be honest.
You got to be a little
The
gay if
suit
you
was
love the
given-
planet.
Yeah, the suit was given a little gay, and he had like the bright green hair. Maybe
That's funny.
Yeah.
this and other topics today.
What would Captain Planet look like if we were to recreate Captain Planet today? What would he look like? Would he look like a rave kid, or would he be wearing a suit?
What
I don't know.
would he
Food for
look
thought.
like?
Maybe we should mock him up in ChatGPT and see what they have to say about
They
it.
need a reboot. Reboot Captain Planet. Make people care again.
Yeah. Definitely not gonna have he, him pronouns, right?
No.
No, this is gonna be the
Captain
new
Planet
generation.
is a full day. We know that for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe a gym. Captain Planet might be the one with the X's on it. I don't know. That's above my knowledge.
Think about that. All right. I mean, this has been a great conversation, and thank
Yeah,
you guys
sorry,
for drilling me,
Yeah.
grilling me. Who says drilling? Grilling?
I think you say grill. You're supposed to say grilling, right? But like drilling's the same. Right?
All right.
Drilling's different.
Speaking of grilling,
Drilling's different.
little PSA. You guys, the weather is beautiful.
Yeah.
Go fucking grill some veggies. I'm not telling you to grill meat. Like, I don't want people to write me back, my meat is murder, but like, get out there and like, do some grilled veggies with some hummus, some baba ganoush, like, just grill some fucking veggies this year. Like,
Yeah. You know what's disgusting? Which people might find disgusting, but I eat like grilled onions
I love
all
them.
the time.
I don't
Like,
think that's disgusting.
grilled onions with like salt and pepper or like some garlic
Dude.
seasoning.
That sounds good.
Is
best.
the best. They're like juicy, crispy. It has everything.
How on TikTok are you?
I mean, I'm there.
Like, did you see like the onion boil trend?
No,
They look really good.
The new what?
they
So-
boil onions.
So like, it's like okay. I think it's like people started it because like of like a seafood boil. So like they use like all the same seasonings.
Oh my god, recession indicator.
Like a Creole seasoning?
Yeah, like they'll get an onion and they'll cut it and they'll carve like the middle out and put butter in it and then put all of like the seasonings that you would on a seafood boil and they bake it.
Shit, yeah.
Sounds
But it sounds really good.
Hey,
sounds great.
It sounds so good.
we should cook together.
Okay.
So like maybe like our Mondays could be shooting days we have Wednesdays for shooting days, but either way, we could like cook a lunch.
That'd be fun.
We can get some vegetables from the farmer's market or something, right? Like grilled zucchini. We'll just make something simple, like a creamy yogurt za'atar and some grilled zucchini.
We should do a farmer's
Yum.
market video.
We should do a
We
farmer's
should
market
visit
video.
one.
Yeah.
So we're like, this is the kind of shit. Yeah, like get Farmer Jamie. Like, let me walk around a farmer's market and tell you what I think is bullshit and not bullshit.
Please
Okay.
do.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
I won't spend $35 on flowers.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Although I did make more money on flowers than I did on produce for a hot second
Look
on
at
the farm.
that.
Yeah, it was something. People love the flowers. They don't care. They don't care how they're grown. Are these like spiritually grown or like, new age grown? Like what kind of organic certification does it know? Like, so there's flowers.
Yeah.
They were organically grown, but we grew a lot of flowers. They were gorgeous. Yeah. Anyway, well, that's a wrap, guys.
Sweet.
I appreciate you entering the world of Roots Down. Now I'm going to go figure out what the fuck. My daughter's not. She's sick today. She's got a cold. She's at the pool.
Oh,
She's tanning. And
okay.
she's sweating it out.
She's definitely sick.
She's getting the fever out.
She was definitely sick.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Roots Down, Regenerative AF Podcast.
Wait, thumbs up. Don't thumbs.
mean, I
what, are
was trying
you,
to
what are you
wait.
doing? What are you
It was
doing?
like
Oh my
and
God.
then subscribe. I was
Two
trying to
thumbs up.
point
No,
to
you
the
did it wrong.
subscribe.
Like what?
So thumbs up. and then
Subscribe. Look,
Oh, okay.
like, subscribe.
Oh,
Do that.
there we go.
You know, like your life or your planet depends on it because
Yeah, because it actually does.
Yeah, fuck
See, that's
yeah.
the outro.
That's the outro.
That was the outro. Okay, bye.